confirm right now it is 6:30 in the morning. It is
6:32 and I gotta change my clock here. There we go. There, that makes it easier.
We're going to check in with News Talk 1010 Time Saver Traffic.
Well, a pretty good drive out there on all the major routes.
So it is 6:32 in the morning and I am just warming up the car a little bit. And this is one of the things that retired people do is go to the hockey rink in the wee hours of the morning to watch their grandchildren play for Timbits Hockey. My grandson is enrolled in their program. He's a Timbit. And I'm off to the Bolton Arena to meet my son and my grandson, where we'll have a chat about the weekly affairs and watch the little guys play hockey, and it's cute as hell. So anyway, I've got you propped on my dashboard at the moment. Car's getting warm. Got coffee. Away we go. Yeah, that daylight saving time really killed me this morning. The alarm went off, and then I looked over at Spouse's clock and it says 5 o'clock, and I went, what? Did I set it wrong? What's going on? He wasn't even gone to bed yet. And then I checked my watch and I thought, oh yeah, it's that time of the year. Spring forward. And I don't catch my hour till in the fall when we fall back. Oh, I hate daylight saving time, honestly. But I guess now I'm retired, it won't screw me up as badly as it did when I was working. So we're in a more lit part at the moment. I think we're on the outskirts of Bolton. Yes, there's the Bolton Inn. I delivered up here a few times in a tractor trailer. There's an industrial area in behind the strip malls here. There's the Tim Hortons. My good old standby. Apparently, according to the radio, they're not doing they're doing the Tim Hortons roll up the rim this year, but they're doing it via the telephone app because of the coronavirus. And I don't blame them. You know, it's always grody. I always kind of rinse my coffee cup, but I know many people don't. If they get a winner, they use their teeth to roll up the rim. You know, their mouth has been on it, and then they hand it over to the poor the poor teller at Tim Hortons, and she, you know, it's filed away. It comes in store with many others. Jeez, it's a pandemic waiting to happen. Got my own cup that I used to take on the road with me, nice and tall. Get that caffeine in. Got one for my son too. He takes the sugar. I'm trying to talk him out of it, but you can only lead by example. I give him one sugar, and even that, it's begrudging. So if you did make it to this part of the video, I apologize for the lighting. It's like I say, it's now 6:52, 10 to 7, but we've switched to daylight saving time, so it's really almost 6 o'clock in the morning. So here I am at the rink, coffee in hand. My son called me just as we were approaching and said, you know, what time do you have? And I thought, uh-oh, he missed the daylight savings time. But he didn't. He was already here. He was just, you know, a minute or two ahead of me. And so we pulled in, had a bit of a chat. He's in changing now. And people are starting to come in, so I'm gonna shut it off here. Watch the hockey game. So I think because of the early hour, not everybody is here.
I don't understand. There should be more people here. But it's not exactly like yeah.
So we got a ringer and the game is on. So, leaving hockey. Oh, hockey's over. My grandson is a bit of a lollygagger. And my son is going to have a talk with him on the way home. So, I'm the grandma. It's out of my hands. So, on the way home, sun's up in my eyes. And one of the mothers told me it was going to be about 10 degrees today. So I might go for another walk. So I have turkey wings. Spouse bought these for me. So I'm going to stew them up. I am a very clumsy person. I guess I don't know, I've been like that all my life. I'm tall, kind of gangly. And let's wash this. We don't know where it's been. This is the meat side of the cutting board. The one that's got scorch marks on it. Remember how they got the scorch marks, but now all washed. I'm going to get a coffee before anything else. Strong and hot. A drop of cream. Oh my God, you could stand a spoon up in that. Just the way I like it. So some pink salt. Salt up these babies. Turkey wings. Never done this before. It's usually a whole turkey. And we're going to stew. But first we're going to sear them. Let's do some herbs and spices. Ingredient list. There's the ingredient list right there. All natural. Not that I trust it, but as far as can be considered, we are going to slice that up. Clean up the excess pepper. That's a lot of meat. We're gonna need a bigger pot. Where's my big boy? There it is. There's my big boy. Big boy on the back burner. Coffee. That's good. Butter, grass-fed preferably, and a good chunk in there. And crank it to max. We're gonna sear these chunks of meat, and then we're gonna stew them until they are tender. We've got some veg to use up in the fridge, things like broccoli, okra, some pepper, tomatoes, all that stuff. Onion. Let's put a bit of garlic powder. Just a tad, because we're going to put real garlic in. Some onion powder, not salt. I like real salt that's not bleached and processed. My sister tells me horror stories about salt, so I went to the Himalayan pink salt. But I wonder about that, because eventually that's going to run out, right? Sea salt is supposed to be good, but they say that's contaminated as well. You can't win. You just can't win. You can only do the best you can. Here are the doggies next door. They're up. If you hear barking, they're all excited. There we go. Nice and hot. Now, I'm going to show you the butter because this is crucial. You melt the butter until it starts to go brown and all that foam disappears. And you got the pure fat. There, it's starting to go now. You just swish it around, and when that foam starts to disappear and it starts to go kind of an amber color, that's when you put your meat in. There we go. Let me set you up back here where you won't get splashed. And we're going to put our turkey pieces in. Put the thick ones in first. Little guys in after. I'm assuming these are 2 wings. to rinse. And we'll wash down the board too. Into towel. There we go. Clear the decks for action. Now, more salt and pepper. And they're getting nicely seared. And that's what gives it the flavor. Flavor. Looking good. Actually, this can go in here. And at about this point, we turn the heat down to around 7. Medium turns. Kikkoman soy sauce. Both fermented. So not only do they give your meat flavor, they help tenderize it as well. And then add some water. Be generous. Make sure everything's semi-covered because you're going to flip it anyway in a while. And let that come to a boil while I chop some onion. Got some asparagus in there too. It's a sick looking onion. One of the spouses, I guess he's got left part of the skin on. Let's chop that, ready to go. Just coarsely chopped. Pieces of garlic. Don't need that little nib on the end. Lean on it. Use your muscle. What little you have. Okay. I like to do the dishes as I go along. I don't have a large kitchen. To start with, there's not the knife for that. And just chop it also coarsely because this is going to be a stew operation, so it will boil down. Also, I like to find a little bit of garlic in my stews and chomp on it. I'm strange that way. Okay, let's mix that in. It's coming to the boil. Nice, and we'll let that simmer just as is for a while. The lid on, turn it down to about 3, which is simmer on my stove. And now there's nothing to do but a few dishes and relax. I think I'm going to go play World of Warcraft for a while because I'm paying for that account, but I'm not playing it. Really got to work on that. Stewing down quite nicely. Some tomatoes from our garden last year. Semi-green, semi-pink. All in there. I go for a bit, come back. Okay, and some okra with their tops and tails off. Just get the heat up a bit. Those tomatoes, they're starting to thaw. And the okra just thickens it up a bit. Some flavor. So that's nearly done. And while I was going through my freezer, I found some kale from last year's garden as well. So we're going to add that for some pretty greeny nutrition. That smells wonderful. Just put that all in there. Wash that. Where's my knife? And once that's cooked, I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty well ready. Oh yeah. Get that all coated. Yeah. Okay. I guess at this point I should maybe check the seasoning. Oh, perfect. Absolutely perfect. There we go. Let that simmer down a bit more. Okay. So we are done. Meat is falling off the bones. Boiled down and thickened. Oh, look at that nice okra. Some kale. Nice big lump of turkey. Let's leave some for Spouse. I mean, he bought it for me and he had his own, but man, I can't eat all this. We'll see. He'll probably be hungry when he wakes up. Take one more piece. Because let's face it, this will be my only meal for today, so making it good. Let's get some of that good juice in there. Ooh, yeah, baby. Nice piece of okra. Don't you hate it when you lose the spoon in the pot? Let's just do a bit of a tidy. Cool off a bit. Ouch. Hot, hot, hot. That's better. I'm going to put a bit of butter on this because I'm transitioning back to keto from carnivore and I'm having some tummy troubles. Because, quite honestly, veg doesn't agree with me, but it makes Spouse nervous when I don't eat vegetables for some reason. Well, not for some reason. He just thinks lots of vegetables is healthy, which it is. So, I went carnivore for the winter, but I haven't quite made it because he keeps overbuying everything. And I'm trying to transition back, but it's given me some problems. So a little bit more fat. Okay. Looks like good. We'll put some pepper on it. Okay, let's put a lot of pepper on it because I love pepper. It's got enough salt. All right. I'm going to go enjoy this. We'll see you next time.